Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is the Antisocial Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We got a special motherfucking surprise. We got the one, the only, the B to the Mo. It's BMO in the fucking building. Yo.
You already know, man. It's BM03, and I used to spell it BMOE, but I had to change it just due to the ASCAP situation, like just to get it all legit.
Where did your name come from?
So I was just like thinking of like a way that I could say music, like bend music over everything, but like I don't know, that kind of like sounds so selfish. So like I also like Adventure Time.
Okay.
So that's where it kind of came from.
I was a little confused at first.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I know I met you before, but today, like, when they told me your name, I was, like, restraining from saying your name because I was like, Nemo? Like, the clownfish? Nemo? Like, the fish
Like
from
the
Nemo?
movie?
I was like, okay.
I was like, no, BMO.
And then I was like, Dino? Like, the dino?
Or it's been myself over everything, like, because I just,
shit, that's
like, you
cool.
know, because I like to just be me. I never really wanted to be anybody else, even though, like, there's a lot of great people that inspired me. Like, I'm a fan, but I'm not a groupie. It's a big difference.
Have you told me that before? What it stood for? Bro, that's...
No, I don't think I've ever heard it either.
I
Have
told
you?
you, we were probably drunk in the function.
Yeah. It was probably a long time ago, but that's dope. I didn't know that's what it stood for. Now
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
Yeah, I like that name.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, growing up, like, I had a fucking rough life, and, like, I grew up in South Central Los Angeles. I was born in Wildemar, California, and grew up at my grandma's house on 60th, between 60th and Hooper and Central.
Mm-hmm.
And
You were in the hood.
yeah, and, like, fucking, I grew up, like, a normal kid, you know, sports. I played basketball, baseball. I skateboarded. I did BMX. A lot of shit, you know, and just the environment around me was just so fucking rough. So where I was getting caught in that life with the violent lifestyle, like with tagging and getting caught up like with knuckleheads fucking over there trying to load up Glocks and shit and fucking or stab people. Like, this shit was really active. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, you know, the schools, they used to have the rumbles and shit,
Yeah.
the A-track, B-track, whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
That shit, like, my generation was the last generation of, like, all of that. Mm-hmm. And in middle school, like, that's where all that shit, all my crazy shit started. And music, that's where it all started, 6th grade. Like, I've been doing music before, like, always singing at campfires or whatever, like, in front of the family, because we'll go camping in La Jolla. But, like, what's really started it was, like, being right there, like, skating in 60th, like, on 61st and Bethune Park. Like, I was skateboarding, and, like, I was scared as fuck to drop into the ramp. I dropped in, and then, like, I conquered my fear. Then, like, I started, like, writing lyrics and shit, and then like I would hear other people laugh at me, and then I slowly like started like not caring what they think. So I signed up for the after school All-Stars program in 6th grade at Edison Middle School. Got into instruments. Each day I would try something different: guitar, drums, the piano, bass, and I ended up like pretty good at it.
So would you say your music basically inspired you to change from that lifestyle, being in a gang or being
Exactly.
left in the wrong?
Yeah, like that shit really saved my life. If it wasn't for music, for real, like it really means a lot to me. Like maybe to other people it doesn't, but I know that I'm able to inspire other people that are going through rough times as well.
Right. So when did you really start following your dream? So like, I know you had this love for music since 6th grade, but like, when did you really start to become serious about it, devote your time to it?
High school.
High school?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm a high school dropout.
Right.
But still, I'm doing fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of my little brother, Matthew. He's my last brother. I got one sister and 2 brothers. And he graduated high school. I'm
Nice.
like, we're hella proud of him, you know?
That's good. That's really cool.
Is he the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's
Is he,
cool.
is he going to college?
That's what we're trying to get him on. He wants to study psychology.
Wow.
That's a good subject to study.
Yeah. Especially there's so many crazy people in this country.
Right.
We need fucking therapists.
Right.
People to fucking
Oh,
study our
that's
brains.
one thing I wanted to ask you guys on the podcast. Do you think Nicole Linton did it on purpose, or
Is that the famous TikToker?
no?
Or
Can
who?
you enlighten us on who
Yeah,
that
who is this?
So that we know.
The one that just had the car crash.
Oh, she didn't
Oh.
stop?
Yeah, she
Bro,
didn't stop.
I
So
think
do you
she
think
did it on purpose.
Do you think it's like on purpose, or do you think she was drunk, or like?
She wasn't drunk.
That bitch was
No, I
heated.
know, but I'm asking.
I think she did it on purpose, but I think she was her temper was at an all high, and she just wasn't thinking what she was doing. She was off of emotions, and she did something that she'll regret for the rest
Yeah,
of her
all she
fucking
did
life.
was just react.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she reacted,
I
and
think she had a moment of
yeah, and it's
reaction
like,
too.
but that's still on purpose because you weren't drunk.
No.
I'm sorry that you have a temper, but
Well,
you
and then
should
there's a
make better
video
choices.
going around, like people have slowed down the footage and they see her put the arm out with her phone. So they're like trying to say that like she was on FaceTime with her boyfriend, showing him what she was about to do. And like look at like they were arguing or whatever. So that's the rumor, but we won't officially know until
Yeah, bitches be crazy.
the trial's over, but
That's so sad. Like it's just a sad story. There's no happy ending to it.
no,
no,
not at all.
It's just fucked up.
Yeah.
That's what I would say about mine, but no, there is a happy ending to mine. At least, like, because I'm having hope about this shit.
You woke up today, bro. You winning. You got
Yeah, you did.
you got life.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Like, on the way over here, fucking following Graves, fucking seeing fireworks and shit. Like, it was
I didn't see
He was
fireworks.
just in the moment. He was like,
It was
"There's
Disneyland,
fireworks?"
It was
It was at
He's like,
Disneyland.
"What'd you take? Give me some fireworks. You took that shit by yourself?" That's funny.
He was on one. Was I driving good?
You're kind of swerving, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Bro.
I was like, bro.
Bro, why you gotta say that?
He's being honest. What do you mean? That's
No,
a
but
good friend right
yeah,
there.
You're driving good, though.
Yeah, I was
Hey,
driving.
you weren't
good.
about to-
Nah, you already said.
You were on your
Oh.
phone,
You
weren't you?
said.
Yeah, I was texting. I was texting Johnny.
What did I tell you?
I be on my
So I
phone.
have
Texting
a.
and
It would be
driving.
Uber drivers be on their phone all the time.
So I have a story, and it literally just happened 2 days ago. I was in traffic driving to Irvine, and I had my phone in my lap because we don't have one of those things to like hold your phone up. So I had my phone in my lap trying to figure out where I was going, and I had to get off my exit soon. But I looked down at my phone for like 2 seconds, and when I looked back up, the truck was right in front of me. Like I almost ran into the fucking truck.
See,
it was
why
like
I
2
be
seconds.
telling
I
you?
actually thought I hit the guy. I was like, "Fuck!" And I was in my mom's car, and I was like, "I hit this fucking guy!" Like.
That's
And
how
then
close she was to
I
this
like
guy.
I like put my head down. I was like, oh fuck, I have to get out of the fucking car. But like I was like, okay, he's not putting his car in like park. Like maybe I didn't hit him. No, he kept driving. I don't think I hit him. But like a matter of seconds, like oh my god, my car would have been fucked up. Cause
How many times am I gonna tell you?
Yeah.
Will you please? You promised me.
Well, some people
Bro, I
can
wasn't-
multitask good.
no, I thought I could too.
When he's on
and-
his phone, he swerves. He starts
and you don't think that
swerving.
you're doing that because you don't
Swerving.
notice yourself doing it. But like
No, he swerves every time, every single time.
Well, anyways, changing the damn subject.
Hey, no, you promised me.
moral of the story, stay off your fucking phone.
Stay off your fucking phone,
Stay off your
guys.
fucking
It's not-
phone.
It's not a good thing.
So, what has been going on with your life, Sam? And then we'll get back to you, Bimo.
Oh man. So I had recently moved back in with my parents. I was holding off on telling this story because I was really unsure about if I
I'm
wanted
so mad at you for this too.
to. Okay, so
which
I'll
one? Which story is this? Is this
The rent.
One where
The
she
rent?
doesn't do what she said she
so-
was going to do.
Oh, you.
Should I start from the whole beginning?
No, just
You.
no.
There was like there's issues happening in like the place I was living. Like I didn't have a working sink for a little bit, didn't have a stove, didn't have an oven. You know what I mean? My whole little place flooded.
She had a microwave though, baby.
I had a microwave.
Mother-chan.
Okay, so my dad would just tell me like, you should ask him to lower the rent. Just ask him to lower the rent a little bit, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I did the square footage of the place, and at the time I was paying $1,000, and I feel like I'm really loud. At the time it was like $1,000 that I was paying them every month. I did the square footage. It came out to like 530 square feet, and I was paying $1,000 for it. I was like, fuck that, dude. Like, for what I'm getting, I was like, I appreciate them. I'm really grateful for them for letting me stay there, but like, for what I was paying for, it wasn't worth it. So this past
and your plumbing didn't work for the longest time too.
My place flooded with toilet water all over my fucking room, all over my fucking kitchen.
Was it poop toilet water?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It was so gross because it wasn't flushing, so it was coming out the bottom of like the toilet, like the bottom of it. So like after it's exactly.
Did it get in on anything?
It got down like into the kitchen on the floor, but I had to like all those towels. I threw them away. I was like, I'm not gonna use those again. That's fucking disgusting. So like. My dad just so my dad was just like, you should ask them to lower the rent. So finally we settled on $800. So I did the square footage in California. It was like 1.7 per square foot. Came out to like $530 or like $600, right? And I was like, I'll give you an extra $200 for like cable or like electricity, Wi-Fi, or whatever it is. And that was cool. So it came to a point where I was leaving my job and I thought that I was gonna get paid through like FMLA or disability or something, and they didn't end up paying me. So I told my tenants, and I was like, hey, I can't afford this. If you want me to move out on the day that it's supposed to be due, absolutely I will. You know what I mean? And they kind of told me, they're like, you know what? As long as you're like not 2 months late, as long as you're like still paying, and you know what I mean, you're still trying to give us some type of money, we're okay with it. And I was like, honestly, I'm just gonna move out probably within the month. And then I kind of settled on, I didn't have a job at the time. And I was like, okay, can I just give you half the money? I'll move out like 2 weeks into the month. And she was just kind of like, no, like as a normal tenant, you're supposed to still pay for the month. But I was like, I'm not staying for the month. And then she's like,
and half of your shit didn't even work. So.
And then she was kind of like, no, like I feel like we've helped you out enough by lowering the rent. And she's like, I really need you to pay the full thing. And I was like moving out 2 weeks into the month's rent. But I was thinking in my head, like, you know what? Normal people who don't pay their rent, they got 30 days to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
what is the worst thing that she can do? Is kick you out?
I called her and I was like, dude, like, what do I do? She's like, don't pay her anything. I was like, yeah, but that's still a friend. That's like a 10-year friendship with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
15, 16 years with her husband. You know what I mean? I've known these people since I've grown up with them. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was stuck in a situation, like I didn't know what to do. So this past week, I just sent her $400 for half. I haven't been living there since like the 19th of July or something like that. So I sent her $400 and I was like, I can't afford this shit. Like I'm still trying to get back on my fucking feet. You know what I mean? Like I just started this new job. They're not paying me as much as I'm supposed to be getting paid, you know what I mean? Like I still don't have a house, my car's not fucking working, and all of this was like happening all at once, and I was just like, I'm so stressed out, like I can't handle this right now, I was like, God, give me a fucking sign, like hey, what the fuck?
I'm going through a similar situation, that's
yeah. So it's just like, it's like one thing after another, and you're just really trying to stay positive, but like I called her, I told her that I was like, I think I'm just gonna pay the full thing. Like I don't want to.
After she just told me,
yeah,
I'm only gonna give her $400. Yeah, you're right. Fuck that shit. Blah blah blah. Like none of my shit worked. Blah blah blah. And I was like, bro,
because I was mad for my own reasons, but I just don't want to like tarnish that relationship. But I'm over here like, we all struggling out here, dude. It's fucking hard to live out here. It's $250 for 2 weeks of groceries. Like,
because you have integrity.
Yeah.
Which is respectable.
Yeah, I get
both.
What do you guys think I should do? Do you think I should give her any more money? Or do you guys think I should?
Well, if you're uncomfortable with...
Okay, but the part that gets me is they're not even using the money towards, like, their mortgage or anything.
Or, like, repairing...
You need to be honest with yourself.
Or repairing her stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't use any of the money to repair her stuff. They're using that money as free money. Like, she admitted to her saying that it's not even money.
So how it was said was that when they were just kind of like, well, Sam, I don't need your money. I can pay for it I can pay for the mortgage without your money. That's not a big deal. And he was kind of like, the money that you're bringing in is like kind of extra stuff that we want to go do. And I was like, I get that. That's cool. Like, you got to make your money. Somehow you're I don't know how to say, you're like a property manager, so I get it.
But as a property manager, you're also supposed to fix the stuff that are wrong.
Exactly, because
she didn't have a microwave. She didn't have a sink.
I had a microwave.
She didn't have a stove.
I didn't have a stove for like the first 3 months.
She didn't have a faucet in her sink. I
had a faucet. It was a bathroom sink faucet in the kitchen. So whenever I had a shower.
No, you didn't, because the toilet.
Oh my God, you're right. So like for the first
so all that extra money could have went to repairing this stuff, but it didn't. And
Yeah.
so half of the time that she was living there, she couldn't even live there.
Yeah.
It's just
And then you know what they would do? They would fix it up and then charge somebody else for way more.
So no, they would try to fix it, but it would be like over like a 4-month span that I would have to wait.
It would take
in order-
forever.
Yeah, and I get it. It's their first house. I'm their first tenant. Like, I understand it. I was very understanding with it, but what really hurt my feelings is the fact that she was kind of like, well, I kind of brought down I already helped you enough by bringing down the price. And I was like, you're not helping me, though, because I'm still paying you rent. I'm still paying for the space that I'm not even living in. And before I had even moved out, I was staying at my parents' house anyways on the fucking couch. And I was just paying for the extra space for 3 months. So that means I wasn't using any water. I wasn't using any electricity. I wasn't using basically anything from them. You know what I mean?
Paid $3,000
For the first 3 months.
and you weren't even there.
What
And then,
the fuck?
no,
'Cause she couldn't
And
live
then
there.
my rent went down to
Oh.
800, but like,
But then she was still paying the 800 for not living
and I wasn't
there.
living there.
And they just let it sit like that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I would come back and clean it.
Oh, yeah.
You know that. Why don't you get a lawsuit with them?
No,
'cause
because
they're friends.
I've
There's a
grown
relationship.
up. Yeah, I've grown up with them, and it's
But
kind of
that's
like
disrespectful.
I know
that
that
they
is.
left it like that.
That's like basically
it's not. I don't
spitting in
think
your
they
face.
meant to like leave me like that. I just think that they were so maybe wrapped up in their own things that they had to fix and their
Then
own
you shouldn't
stuff.
have a tenant.
Yeah,
Right.
But
It's a
I
big
just-
responsibility.
It's just, I don't know. I just felt
It's only fair, I mean.
You were paying that much money.
And you weren't even pressuring
Any
them into
landlord,
like
any
fixing shit, I
landlord would have
bet.
came and fixed it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Make sure there's no mold, whatever. Like everything's running
Yeah.
good. Like
And if there's a landlord that doesn't, the tenant is able to break that contract or that lease if you're.
Well, I was even
You
thinking.
get a
I
health
looked up.
inspector.
I looked up.
Yeah, exactly.
I looked at the laws of like being like in charge of a tenant, and it says like if the tenant doesn't pay, they have 30 days notice to move out. And I was over here thinking like, well, if I don't pay you anything, I have 30 days to move out, but that's okay because I'll be out in 2 weeks anyway. So,
Yeah.
and that's where I was kind of coming from, but I was like, no, like let me give them some money because I told them I was going to give them money, but I just feel like the full $800 is not, it's not fair. You know what I mean?
No.
I just feel like, I don't know. I may be biased because I'm the one paying it, but I just, what do you guys think?
I don't think it's
I
fair.
I don't think it's fair.
Should I pay the rest?
No.
no.
I was even thinking about giving her maybe like $200 and calling it like, hey, this is it.
Stop.
She wanted to give her.
If you're not
$200
living
extra.
there no more, why not?
And plus,
I would throw a party there.
whether you give her 200 or the full amount,
Yeah.
that relationship is
Yeah.
fucked up.
It
Because
is.
technically my month would have ended today. Like I was supposed to be out today. You know what I mean? So,
That sucks because I bet that was a good relationship.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like I've known them almost my whole life, all the way
But-
through high school. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
I really value that relationship. I really value the relationships I have with my friends, and I really want to even like. I don't think they were being ever shitty with me. It was just like, maybe more so selfish in a way, just because I was like, okay, I get it. Like,
I think
you
it.
have a business to run, but
No, I think it.
what happened over there? What, rain and shit?
that's a sticky situation over there.
She's choking.
All right. Well,
I'll just keep my mouth shut.
okay. Well,
Well, that's
I don't think it's fair.
yeah. Don't pay it. That's just me though.
And-
At first, I was
And
because
if you still want that relationship and you still want to be a friend, then you can talk to her and be like, hey, this is why I feel like I shouldn't have to pay this. I understand that you might need it, or you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
it's like me and you talking. Like, you tell, like,
Yeah, just be.
you
honest.
owe me money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, and you tell me, hey, I can't pay you. I don't sit there and be like,
Right.
no, you need to give it to me now.
yeah,
You know
and that's
what
how
I mean?
it kind of feels like she's being, and I get it. I'm supposed to be paying her,
But like a true friend would be
yeah.
like, yeah, give it to me whenever you can, or don't even worry about paying me back. You know what I
Because
mean?
I just feel like if I were in that position, maybe I'm biased because I was a person living there, but if all of these things were happening, like I would offer to be like, hey, we'll get your sink fixed within the next 2 weeks. We're so sorry about that. Like we'll go ahead and I didn't even have a garbage
But
disposal.
it didn't even seem like an
So,
urgency to them.
yeah, exactly. So that's why, and like it was
So
a mess.
just don't make it an
So-
urgency to pay them. They didn't make you an urgency, so I don't know. I just feel like if it's a true friendship, you'd be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
as adults.
See the
Save
thing is,
your money.
but the thing,
Save that money.
but the thing is like I've been close with them and I've grown up with them, but it's not like a relationship like I can have with you. Like I can be straight up like, dude, I don't have the fucking money. I'm negative $52 in my bank account right now. Like,
And you still owe me $30.
yeah. Shut the fuck up.
What happened
And
to
I'm
the
like,
OnlyFans?
Take her out to B-dubs.
Oh yeah. So,
Oh yeah.
So we
OnlyFans, did it go up?
We're not doing OnlyFans. We're doing Feet Finder. Okay.
You find her?
She's
Well, that's
taking me
a
to
new
go
app.
get my feet done.
Yeah. So she was
You know,
But I'm
so
not.
you're-
But I just want my feet done. I don't want to put them on Feet Finder.
Put my feet
She
on Feet
wants to put
Finder.
'em
I
on
told her,
Feet
I was
Finder.
like, the second I get my toes done, I'm putting those shits on fucking the internet. You know what I mean? Like, girls gotta make a hustle out here, okay? I'm not gonna sit here
help
and
a
nothing.
bitch out.
Yeah.
My feet. My feet will make some money.
Okay, you gotta.
Yo, he said yes to the guys
Cut
with.
out
I
again.
think my mic went out.
Yeah.
Yo, so you know that poll that I did earlier about
yeah.
the feet and the thong sandals?
Oh, here we
This
go.
was said yes is acceptable. He likes
it
that
is.
shit.
No, so that was gonna be what we were gonna bring up
Yeah.
on the podcast today.
Bro, Jesus
Is
was
there,
wearing
like,
sandals. What's
some-
wrong
you
with
guys
it?
have-
You
childhood-
have some PTSD with
Yeah.
it. Like, did
Is
something
there like
happen?
did something happen
Honestly,
Chancla.
to where
you want to know what it is? I just
Chocolate.
think it's funny. I really don't give a fuck. I just like, especially with my brother, when I see him wear those things, I just want to give him hell.
You should.
I do it every time. I just think it's funny. I don't really give a fuck.
I was telling her that
Yeah.
story when we were at what was it, that beer fest, the
Oktoberfest?
Blues Brews and
Oh yeah.
Brews or something. I don't know.
That rock show up in the canyon.
And I was telling her how we were walking up the stairs and you were like, oh my God, look at this fucking shit. And I was like, what? What's wrong? And you were like, ugh. And I was like, what's wrong? Like, I literally thought something had happened. You're like,
This-
all these men wearing these thong flip-flops in their toes. And he's like, look around. Look, T, look. And I was
What
like,
kind of men are
what?
these?
No lie, though. I look around. Every single guy in that fucking building was wearing them.
Softies.
He's like, I see all these toes out here.
They don't call them slippers for no
Hey,
reason.
But the
fucking
thing
wear
is-
some shoes.
But
man,
but
damn
why
it.
are you so?
Look, you be sweating wearing
You're
those
not a
shoes,
man
be
if you wear.
slipping.
You're not a man if you wear the
It just
thong.
doesn't look respectable to me.
It's a
He
Speedo.
thinks
So-
it looks bummy.
We had a
That's what
conversation.
it is.
We had a
Get the
conversation
foot
in the
Speedos.
car.
The foot speedo.
We were having a conversation in the car, and I was like, he's like so triggered by this. Like, he won't even hang the poster on the wall because it has fucking.
My Linkin Park.
Yeah,
poster.
because
Yeah,
it
she
has
just looks
jeans
weird,
and
bro.
Hey, rest in peace to what's the lead singer
Chester?
from Chester.
Oh,
for
yeah.
real.
No, I was telling her about my Linkin Park poster because they're in this poster. They're wearing like flip flops, right? The thong flip flops. Okay, so we have so many posters in our living room. And every time we buy a new poster, Sam buys a frame the next day or that day, and he
Didn't we
hangs
buy
it.
one?
No, and he hangs it up on the wall that day. Like not even it doesn't even go 2 days without it being on
that
the wall.
poster's been there for 2 weeks.
Yup.
Poster has been there for like more than 2 weeks. He has not cared to hang that thing up at all.
He's like, I don't want another man's toes on my wall.
For real, bro. What the fuck kind of shit is
Just put
this?
some duct tape.
You know what
over
that
it.
reminds me of? I
he
forgot
said
what
he was
show
gonna
it
put
was.
stickers over it.
Oh, in that
Yeah.
70s show, there's
The grape
this
stickers.
on that 70s show. There's this episode where what's Donna's dad? What's his name? Bob.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Well, he gives Red some pair of shoes just like a gift, and then he's like, "You don't give another man a fucking gift? What kind of shit is that?" Every time I put the shoes on, I'm gonna be thinking about you fucking touching my feet or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? But like, it's just masculinity, you know. And but to me, it's just
Toes.
So you don't think? I'm just
Toes.
really trying to understand.
I don't think it's masculine.
Why
And
does
it looks
Okay.
weak to me for
Okay.
some reason. I don't know.
It triggers you in some type of way. Does it
He
trigger
gets
your
really-
masculinity?
He gets really
No.
mad.
Do you
No,
get
it
mad
doesn't
when
mad.
trigger my
He's like-
masculinity.
He doesn't get mad. He just gets so disgusted.
He's
Yeah.
like, look at this fucking guy.
I know what I'm gonna
Like,
do for
if
Christmas.
You
Yeah, just
wear
walking around like that.
if you wear flongs, if you
Looking
wear
like
flip
that.
flops
Bad
around
Santa, bad
Sam,
Santa wearing. It's
Just know I'm judging you.
yeah, trust me, it'll be all over
Yo,
his
my
face.
son's the same way.
Yeah, he judged me. He made me go buy new shoes that day. So I walk into the house and I have my rainbow sandals. You know those bitches are fucking $65. Okay, expensive as shit. Okay, I walk in and he looks me dead in the eye, looks me up and down, looks at my shoes, stares at my shoes, looks
Your
me
toes. He was
What
looking
are
at your
those?
toes.
Yeah, he looks back at me. I was like, this motherfucker's judging me. I was like, oh hell no. I was like, T, take me to Ross right now. I'm about to go buy some other
And
sandals.
she bought some new shoes that
Yeah,
day. All because my son judged her.
I was like,
She was so
funny.
offended.
and I've never worn them again.
Really?
$60 sandals.
You're telling me a 1-year-old
It just broke your spirit.
Yes.
1-year-old one?
Yes.
a 1-year-old made you do that?
I care about
Yeah,
Julian so
fine.
much that his opinion matters to me.
Oh, he had a strong opinion that
He
day.
had a very strong opinion. And I understood it. I was like, he didn't have to say nothing. I was like, okay, I'll take them off right now. I'm sorry.
He looked at her toes so disgusted. He was like,
So these last few podcasts that I've been on, you guys make my feet sound so nasty. Wait till you see him on Feet Finder, okay? Wait till you see
pull
him.
him up.
No. I'm like, no. I'm all like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we really wanted to know why you hate it though.
yeah,
We're like, why you
does
get so
that bother you?
triggered.
Like what?
I guess it's just, I don't know. I just don't.
We had
I
our
don't fuck with it.
we had our own side conversation. I was like, he has to be some type of traumatized. He has to see some
Is it
horrible
for the
shit.
safety
Not though, 'cause
of
I don't
your
get
feet?
upset or anything. I just like,
No, you just get really disgusted.
What about the safety
And then
of
you
your
go
feet?
on about it for like a
Is it
whole
that?
10 minutes.
Is it the safety of your feet, Sam?
no.
Do you feel vulnerable when your feet are exposed or
Oh, so it is the safety of the feet.
Yeah, but why?
Do you have
why,
an extra toe?
why would that make me hate it on other people though?
Yeah, but usually,
That's what we're trying to understand.
so like, why does it bother you that much?
No, I just think it looks ugly.
But you think it looks good on
It
you?
looks like it just doesn't look fashionable
Like
at
how
all. Like
kind of
well,
how we see like cockroaches.
Oh, fuck that! You saw
That's
that?
how he
roach.
feels.
Dude, did you
yeah,
see?
like when you show up
So
to.
you wear that.
If
Your
you're at
nigga's a
home, I
roach.
get it. But if you're like out at a store or a mall wearing shit like that, I'm just like, what the fuck?
or the
Couldn't
beach,
put some
or
fucking
like
shoes on.
Put some fucking
Can't even put
Vans
some
on,
fucking
bitch.
shoes.
I get the beach.
the beach.
But we were at a fucking a rock concert.
Yeah, we were at a jazz
It was up in the fucking mountains, bro, and a bunch of dudes in fucking flip flops.
They're idiots.
And their
because
khaki
it's
shorts.
if a natural disaster or something happened, you have to
Natural
be running
disaster?
barefoot.
It's like if a natural disaster happens.
Hey. Yeah, that's why I got
scare
shoes.
me like
I'm
that?
taking. I'll be the first one gone.
Bro, you know they're not running in those shoes. They're gonna be the first ones to
Slipping,
go.
Those shit flies off. You're gonna be running barefoot at that point. You ever try to run in flip flops? Have you ever worn flip flops in your life?
Nope.
I tried and they rip.
on.
Bro, your flip flops
won't-
rip?
No, but he
Yeah.
won't even
No,
wear
hold
the.
up. Hold up. I have, and they were my brothers. I don't know for what reason, but I know the times that I have, it's been just awkward for me. I'm just like I don't know how to walk in these.
I ain't gonna lie, to throw out the trash sometimes when I was a kid, I would go like just whatever sandals and just fucking put those shits on.
Your mom skills. You have shit. You have like two feet that. Oh my
You
God.
know, he even hates the sound they make.
The flip.
Why are you walking like that? What's with that?
You're like,
shit?
walk quiet. Walk quiet.
We be making
up.
Hold on to
No,
those.
he
Just
won't
like-
even wear slides with
Sandals
like
on
out
feet.
socks. Like he hates
Yeah.
toes being exposed. Like there is okay, so I used to buy the Walmart flip flops all the time. They were
Yeah.
always like $1.99, right?
You like hairy
One
toes?
time I bought them. We were at the store and I bought them. He's like, "Are you really buying those?"
She's like, yeah, they're 99 cents.
I was like,
she's like, I'm buying three
why?
pairs.
And he's like, "Don't ever wear those around me."
They must look bummy.
I never wore
Skid
them.
Row you.
I never wore them ever again.
Hey,
I
I'm
have
being real with
never
you.
bought them ever again.
You traumatize us that much to where we don't ever wear things again. You and your son.
What about Jesus sandals? You fuck with those?
You know, speaking of Jesus, we were born naked. Why does the toes bother you? I mean, it's the devil that makes you think you're doing something
The
wrong.
devil wears Prada.
Yeah.
fuck?
How do you
So
feel
what's
about the Jesus sandals?
Like
They
the
funny as fuck.
Birkenstock.
No, but you could run in those.
The Jesus sandals?
What Jesus? Like the
ones
He
that are
says
leather and shit.
it's fine. He says it's fine as long as they wear socks.
No, but those
what?
cover your toes a little
No.
He just doesn't like.
Shout out to the Cholo community.
bit. Hey, I'll be wearing socks on my sandals.
What?
With the thong sandals?
No, I got that from Kenshin, from Rurouni Kenshin. This anime.
No,
What?
I never seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah. This nigga be running on
Rolex.
It's
rooftops.
not an anime.
He be running on rooftops with
All
his
of our
samurai
brains
sword, with his
relate.
reverse blade sword, and sandals with socks.
I think is it because he's a samurai?
Yeah, he's
he wears-
Batosai the
Well, that
manslayer.
makes sense, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, but he after the war and shit, he became like hella peaceful and like he carries a reverse blade sword, so he can't hurt no one, but he'll beat the shit out of you like
Oh shit.
with his sword. Yeah, he'll just leave you unconscious. Like
I was
he'll
like,
gotta
yeah, that's
kill
fine.
you.
Was it only because he was wearing socks?
Yeah, it was socks and
Let's
sandals.
get back on BMO though.
All right, yeah.
So, any new music that you got coming out, promoting, anything that you recently dropped?
Yeah, I actually dropped Skatopia. That was like a alternative project I did, inspired by like me playing Tony Hawk video games
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the
and
vibe I
Need
got
for
from it.
Speed. Like you know the EA Sports soundtracks.
Yeah,
like, I want to make
bro.
something that sounds so much like that. Like, so I did that like mixtape and.
It's like his intro is like EA Sports. Get in the game.
No,
That'd be dope as hell.
yeah, like I put Grape's song on there, Cozy. That one's like one of my favorite songs right now too. Like, that's just very inspirational.
Thank you. Yeah, when I wrote that song, the main inspiration was just having to leave every morning to work and barely spending time at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it was about. And
I know that's how I felt too, because every time I'll get off of work and I'll see my daughter, like she'll be so happy to see me, and like I'll be like before she started walking, she'll be running like on the bed like holding onto it, and she'll be like fucking laughing like crazy, like running for me.
How old's your daughter?
She's a year and 3 months,
Oh hell yeah, that's cool.
a year and 4 months. But she's like running around.
What's her name?
Madeleine,
Oh, that's cute.
yeah, Madeleine Zanaya.
Oh,
Duran.
that's really cute. That's really cute.
Yeah, she started walking and running in Mexico already. She's out there. Yeah, she took her first steps out there.
Oh, who's she with? Is she with family?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
and she went to go visit my part of the family out there too,
Oh,
because
that's cool.
I got family from Jalisco,
Uh-huh.
and like it's big, it's crazy. Like my great grandfather played with the Charros de Jalisco in that baseball team over there too.
Oh, that's cool.
So like, it means a lot to me, like to carry on the last name. I'm also mixed with Creole. Like, I have family down south, and like, it's just crazy. Like, just to have like mixed family and just to come from broken homes, you know.
Your family's originally from Jalisco?
Yeah.
Who came over to?
My grandparents, they crossed the
that's
border and
cool.
then they started the family over here in America.
So my grandparents are actually from Jalisco as well, but it was my great grandma and grandpa, and I never really got to be around them enough to speak Spanish and stuff like that. So there's definitely a language barrier between us.
We're gonna
cool.
take a quick pause.
Okay.
we'll be back. And we're back.
Back
So,
from the smoke break.
I wanted to start off with a question for you, Bimo. Who do you make your music for? Who's the audience? Who's the fan that you're making music for? Describe them.
The people I'm making music for people who lost hope and are just basically just trying to find their way back. And I know every human being in this world is capable of doing it. Whatever they want to do in life, like whatever dreams you have, even if you want to be a punk ass cop, like my cousin's a cop, like, but everybody got a job, you know. Everybody wants to be something. I never really want to be that. I want to be like, I feel like that's babysitting, you know, like my life is deeper than that.
What do you mean by babysitting?
Like always watching people, you know, like because there's a lot of cool people that get fucked with, and you know, a lot of people that get thrown in jail get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, like my situation was just like being fucking drunk and dumb and full of rage and just like miscommunication, you know, and
What situation is this?
This is from the crash. Like, me and my girl got in a crash, and I ended up doing jail time.
So
And
what happened? Tell us about that.
we're at a party, and I was tripping. She said I was, like, seeing people, like, that I was hella high. But, like, that night I wanted to go because they're going to end up shooting up the place. Like, I already, like, peeped the fools who had the strap and everything. Like, so I wanted to get the fuck up out of there. She didn't want to go to my parents' house on 60th, like, because she was scared or whatever. Like, and I was gonna bring out blankets, bring us food, and we'll sleep in the driveway in the car. It's no problem. They're not gonna talk shit to her. They're gonna talk shit to me, Like, but they weren't even gonna talk shit. That's how she felt. So like, we didn't even make it. We were going down Manchester and we hit a center divider, and crashed. I was driving fast and I turned up the radio. We started arguing, and then she was reaching for the steering wheel and I pushed her face, and then like we got physical because like she kept hitting me. So I was just like, pushing her back, hitting her too. Then she grabbed that shit and we crashed. Like, I just sped up, and from the impact, her whole face was just fucked up, and the cops thought I beat her. They got there. I stayed. If I beat her, what the fuck? Somebody else that beat her, and they would have left and fled the scene, right? Or like, I'm gonna leave. Nah, I stayed the whole, like, I was just flipping out. First thing I did was call my mom. And somebody else called the cops too. Like, I waited till the cops got there, and it was like, just the worst. But out of all that shit, it made me strong. Like, it really did.
You went to jail?
Yeah.
For how long?
For 3 months. Like, my parents got me a lawyer, and she really came through.
County?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that shit's tough.
Hell yeah. That shit ain't the place to go.
You're in there with a bunch of homeless people too, huh?
Yeah, fucking J-Cats.
What are J-Cats?
J-Cats are just like people that like are lost off drugs or whatever the fuck, or just like not in their right mind, and they do the dumbest shit, and they're very filthy. Like,
Yo, when I was doing community service for county, I would clean the holding center for all the women, and there was literally period blood on the walls. They used it as like to fucking just do graffiti
The
or
first
whatever,
day-
just tag it up.
Ew.
First
really?
Period blood.
I went through the police station
Bro, that shit was
first,
disgusting.
but like the first day I went to LA County Jail, I seen a guy die
Brian's like,
in the shower.
So you seen a guy die in the shower?
Yeah,
wait, what?
it was an old man. Yeah,
Yeah, y'all missing it out.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
missed out on what we were talking about. We run into it because mine was funny. So I'm sorry, I was enlightening a little situation. Like you said, period blood on the wall. I was like, what? She was fucking
Like
digging her
you,
finger in there, whacked it on the wall or shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but it was on the
They
wall.
fucking-
No, the reason.
That's how they did it.
And also, some dude that was there, he was like, oh, and they also don't let them like have like objects that like are shaped like a dick.
I wonder why.
no, they have.
We can do without, but like,
They use it on each other.
oh my gosh.
Oh.
It's a
That's a
certain
kinky
day
shit
where
right
they
there.
serve hot dogs. They call it what?
Wait, but go back to the guy dying in the shower. 'cause
Yeah, what?
Oh yeah, that was my first day being like in the county jail. It's a whole fucking process and shit. Like, I was in the shower and there was an elder guy,
Close the door.
and he fucking started
I'll do it.
coughing out blood, and he started just twitching and shit. Like, I guess having a seizure, and he fell. And the cops didn't do shit. Like, they just waited, and he died, and then they took him.
What the?
I knew he was dead because like you could tell. Like, I didn't check him like to see if he had no pulse because it was kind of awkward. It was a bunch of naked niggas in the shower.
So you went to jail for 3 months. Like, what did that feel like coming out? Did it feel weird? Like
Hell yeah, dude! I
you
felt
were in
like
a different world?
when I looked at a car, because I just was like, I didn't see no fucking cars or anything. Like, when I first came out and I seen a car for the first time out of those 3 months, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
That's what you're excited about to see after you get out of jail?
No.
I would have thought like,
Well, like
he was.
and just like everything, and then like
It feels like a
I
new
took
world.
the blue line
oh,
home.
wow.
and aren't they almost on lockdown every single
Yeah,
day
hell yeah,
in
there's
county?
riots all the time. Like,
Nobody
race-
picked you up from jail?
No, LA County.
No, I took the blue
Yeah, I
line
can
home.
only
It was
imagine.
unexpected. I got an early kick, like because
Is it scary being in like county jail in LA?
yeah, well, it's like
Like I feel like it's
gladiator.
dangerous.
It's gladiator school.
I just feel like it's dangerous.
It is kind of, but like it's the type of shit you just always gotta watch your back because people are fucking shiesty as fuck unless you know somebody in there.
Mm-hmm.
But even though the person that's on top, there's always someone on top of them, and it never stops. So it's like
Prison's probably more relaxed sometimes.
It is.
Because it's like people there are there for long sentences.
because
so they're just trying to
you
do
got
their
the blacks
time.
and Mexicans playing ball right there in the pen, and right there in the county, it's like all segregated and shit. You sit at the wrong table, like you get broken off. You gotta work out, or if not, like you call somebody a bitch in there. That's a really fucking heavy word to call somebody. You automatically gotta fight, or you get fucked up by 3 of your homies. You know, like
I would not survive.
Why?
Big panoots.
no, it's
just
not even
being
like that. It's not
honest.
like someone gonna call you a
No,
bitch
but-
out of nowhere though.
No, but girls are way worse.
Oh
too.
yeah, no,
Like,
I heard too. Like it's just crazy. Like
I'd be scared to go.
it's
to
more filthy.
prison
Like
or
I heard
anything.
it.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't be scared, but like, I would
Yeah.
definitely not be someone's bitch.
Hey, no, but I was.
Well, yeah, no,
I'm
yeah.
not, like, I'd stand up for myself until I got.
But I'm saying like
Yeah.
it would always be like anxiety there because
No,
You're all
there
trying
was
to
a
use
rumor
them.
that they said.
like
Look,
you don't know who's
there was a rumor
who or
that-
what they've done, and it's just like
there was
you
a-
don't really know how crazy someone really is.
No,
Right.
for real.
You gotta watch your back like 24/7.
Some fool called me a bitch, and I got in a fight with some white person, Shaggy, and like he called me a snitch or whatever. This is when they moved me like down. I was in general population. They moved me down to trustee dorm. That was like my last days in there, in Wayside.
It's like a lighter level.
Yeah, and it was just chill. Like, you know, we had ODR, the officer dining room. Like, they would feed us good food, like pizza and shit. Like, we wouldn't just be eating like that nasty shit.
Oh, that's
Well, spreads is bomb as fuck though. Or manwich or cheesy manweezy.
cheesy movie. I'm like, I don't know any of these names.
No,
What's
but
that?
like that fool called me a bitch, and I socked him. You know, and then, like there's this nigga from Bounty Hunters pumping me up on fucking V. And Dookie, I never gonna forget these niggas, bro. This fool got the LV right here tied on his forehead, little short nigga. Like, man, this fool always like looked out because like it was my first time, and I just like I wasn't on no bitch shit, but I was just like, man, I just want to get the fuck up out of here. I don't belong here. I met a lot of artists in there as well. I met a nigga that looked just like Tupac. If you ever don't go to the county, but if you ever go, hopefully he came out already. But he looked just like fucking Tupac, dead ass. I'm not lying.
crazy.
True story.
What's his name? Maybe we can look him up.
I forgot his name. Like
I'm
He's all
sure
dropping all
everyone
these
wants
names.
to see that
He's all
shit.
dropping all these names on the podcast.
He's
I was like,
dropped every single
Yeah.
name.
Who's gonna find them?
150 followers.
Yeah.
nah, but
He's all thinking about it. He's like, shit.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah,
so where I grew up on 60th and Central, it was my grandparents' house,
sorry.
and like my parents were renting from them, and like it was just crazy. Like we didn't have a toilet to flush sometimes. Like my bad, dad. Like this nigga gonna probably punch me. But like for real, I pour water down the fucking toilet every other day. Like, and then we never got a fucking toilet fix. And my grandparents, this is to that same situation, right? My parents are renting from my grandparents, so my grandpa never fixed the fucking toilet, or my dad, or never gave my dad the money to, you know, like, so we were living like that for a long ass time, and it was just fucked up. I had one night to where there was a rat that crawled on my fucking back.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. And it was just fucking like I couldn't sleep, so I would just stay up and go to the park, go smoke, and go do something. Like, just I wouldn't want to be home.
How old were you?
Like fucking 16.
Damn.
That's when I met you, huh?
When did
Yeah.
you go to jail? How old were you when you went to jail?
It was about like maybe, I don't know, like it was recently. like
Yeah.
2-3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Would
like,
you say your life has changed since then, being in jail, or do you think that?
yeah, it's changed a lot because it makes me like realize that everything could be taken from you, especially losing my brother. Like,
Yeah.
I've got hit by a car 4 times.
You've been hit by a car?
2 times on a skateboard, 2 times on a bike.
Damn. He's
One
Your
time
dad
on a
all
bike,
over again.
I got my face split open right here, like on the side,
Fuck.
like fucking crazy, on the block on 60th, and I'm still living. Like,
Did they drive away, or like what happened?
no,
Like,
how ironic, the sheriff pulled up like right there,
he's like,
and then
this bitch just fucking hit me.
I was coming
Oh
back
my
from
God.
buying some blunts.
Oh shit.
I was ditching school.
Damn. He's like, what
Should
are you
have stayed
doing?
in class.
That's why you got
Yeah,
hit.
she's only saying that because she never really ditches. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
I ditched all
yeah, but you would
through
tell
high
your
school.
parents. So it's
Still
Everybody-
ditched all through high school.
Look,
Surprised
everybody,
I graduated.
everyone I grew up with, fucking like the homie just died. Peter, like he was fucked up on crystal meth, and he just passed away. And it's like I'm losing a lot of people. Like I lost my homie Smokes too. Like he's heavy on meth, and I would try to get him in a rehab and like.
This is Poppy Smokes?
Yeah, Poppy Smokes. We used to make music. Like this is where I first started coming up in the functions, and we made Fleek. We made like all these other songs, and like fucking dope. He was
Yo.
really good. But
You remember that one time we were recording and he was having to punch in every fucking bar?
He was struggling
Oh
like
my
for
God.
Bro, that
fucking
shit
an hour,
pissed
2
me
hours.
off, bro. We were recording forever.
Like, bro, just spit that shit out. And I got my shit out the way. Like I had to make some shit then and there on the spot. That was fingering the trigger, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you punched in every bar, bro.
Yeah,
Speaking of losing friends, I just lost a friend too.
I know, I saw that. What
Yeah.
happened?
Well, they think it was an accidental overdose.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
But it's just so crazy to me because I literally grew up with this kid since elementary school. And he was like a really good friend. Like he was so genuine. He was so like just good spirits. Like he was always trying to keep everyone happy. No matter, like he was friends with everyone and everyone just loved him. Like he was just such good energy to be around.
Where did they like find him? Like, how did they?
So I guess he moved to Kentucky. I hadn't seen him for a long time. Like, what, 4
Since he
years?
moved out
3
here?
years? Yeah, 3 years. And the last time I saw him, we were just like catching up. He gave me like the biggest hug ever, and it was just so. It's just crazy. It's like a moment that I'll remember forever because
This was the last time you saw him.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like the first time that I had seen him too in a long time since high school.
I'm gonna mention 2 more deaths after this. So
Okay.
my bad, forgive
Damn,
me.
this is gonna be
But
a
yeah, he
sad podcast.
I
Yeah, we need to bring this
We
back
don't wanna
up.
cry.
We are gonna bring it back up, but I just want to like mention all the dark shit and have everybody else too, like kind of like just to let it out.
Yeah, he did have his struggles though. He was, fighting it mentally.
They
He had
usually
his
say
demons, but
they usually say the happiest person in the room is usually the saddest.
yeah,
So
and I
it's
feel
like-
like that's exactly how it was with him.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, T.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
We love you. You know who you,
you know
are.
what's crazy? You know Spence from You Ain't Us too.
Yeah.
His baby mama, like his girl, dude, she overdosed and she died too. Like,
Man.
so this nigga's single father, like doing his shit.
Oh
I
damn.
can't even imagine how. It
I know, but
So-
he made dope, like a dope ass song. He just recorded called Playground, and like it's just so fucking amazing. With like he brings back like that old school like Wu-Tang type style like rap. Like
So, speaking about like emotions or like tragedy or, experiences that you've gone through, do you feel like that inspires your music a lot, or like how does that inspire you, or do you feel like it affects you?
No, exactly. Like that inspires my music all the way, like 100%. It just it brings the beauty to my music.
Because there's so much emotion there. There's so much
Exactly.
passion.
And there's other people that are going through these struggles and through these pain and that could like relate to it too, I feel. And it makes them feel good. You know, because everybody has to grieve and like go sometime. Like people say, "Oh, he a punk, whatever. He's crying." Oh, look, and they laugh at him. But sometimes you just don't know what a person is going through.
Right.
You know, like
That's why they always say to be kind to everybody.
exactly.
Do you feel like other people judge you a lot when you perform your music or like your style when they hear your sound?
Yeah, because I feel like it's kind of corny, but at the same time, it goes like
Well, like what you talk about or just the style?
both.
Why is it corny?
Why do you feel like it's corny?
Well, the song I did called Mean, it was like, why do we say things that we don't mean? Why are we so mean to each other? You know, like, what the fuck? Like, this fool. I get, you know, this fool.
Hey, BMO's hood as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
When I first heard you perform for the first time, I looked at Sam and I was like, that's BMO? And he's like, yeah, why? And I'm like, I totally did not like expect that out of him. Like I didn't even.
No, I got some.
No, because I didn't even know.
I'm telling
I
you.
didn't even know you were an artist. Like I just always seen you around.
I do
and then when I
everything.
saw you perform,
He's a
I was
sleeping
like,
giant.
whoa, what? I was like,
Nah,
I was
'cause
so surprised. I was like, oh, I did not expect that at all.
what I mean by that is that you won't expect so much until he gives you that energy.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, you're like that. Huh?
I don't
Yeah.
even need auto-tune.
You saw how he got in and just performed, and he was just being himself, and he was talking to everyone like, I also have this other song.
Do you guys want to hear it?
Like, it was just so dope.
That's cool.
Yeah, like you were
So-
just completely comfortable on the stage. You weren't afraid
Right.
to be
And
yourself.
You could tell you were being
Yeah.
yourself.
And the confidence is key too, because if you're
Yeah.
out there and you're not sure of yourself, then it's kind of like
I like
okay,
to interact
I
with the
mean,
crowd mainly too because like I don't like I notice some people just stay stuck and then just like won't like they'll just be stuck in their own shit like
Yeah.
or just hella high or drunk whatever the fuck no matter if I'm off the substance because like I've been like hella loaded and I'm still capable of doing this shit but I've learned like to limit myself and you know because health is the main thing
Yeah.
you
you really
know
gotta take care of
Did you ever perform with us at Ohm?
OHM.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's fucking crazy, Dick? There was a lot of G-Eazy, Juicy J, the ASAP Ferg, fucking Ty Dolla $ign, the Taylor Gang. There was I seen Post Malone at Belasco's. This was when Post Malone performed
You
that.
remind me of Post Malone.
Hey, my family say that shit. My cousin Steph and my
Just the
dude,
way you physically you look like him, but like the way
Hey, shut
you
up, Posty, though. What's up?
no,
nigga?
but
Let's
the way you
collab.
act, the way you
This is-
act,
this
like
is
your
shit.
personality, it reminds me a lot of him.
No, but look.
Huh.
So, wait.
The way he talks to
I had a
him,
brain
Yeah.
fart.
Sorry.
It's hot in here. I think it's the
No,
bear.
Posty was performing Hollywood Dreams. That I got dreams. Like, whatever, that one song, Fleetwood Mac or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody started walking out of Belasco.
Oh, shit.
I was the only one right there, like, this is,
For real?
this is hard. Yeah.
Everybody started walking
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Why they don't fuck with that shit?
I do not know, but I fucked with it because it was like, damn, that shit was different, dog. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they were expecting. No, he did perform the songs that like people knew, but you know, if you're really a Post Malone fan,
You would
then
know that he likes.
exactly,
Yeah.
I mean, Post Malone didn't start off with indie though, because he was all about that trap shit. at
exactly.
first. Then he experimented with it, which I like. I like his music the way
Right.
it is, right?
He opened up a lot.
I could see why a lot of
didn't
people,
like him
a
at
lot of
first.
a
people.
lot of people see him and think culture vulture sometimes.
No, and Juice
Because he
WRLD,
like used up the hip hop community and then bounced and went to the pop community.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. I feel
No,
like
Juice
it's
WRLD
just
did that shit
expanding
too.
expanding.
Your horizons.
It's
Yeah.
just different.
No.
It's just different because of the circumstances this country's been through with race. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. I still feel like you're.
But I feel like a lot of people. Sorry,
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you
rest
off.
in peace, Pop Smoke.
No, I just feel like it's.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
I forgot what I was.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
Hey, you be having hella brain farts, bro.
Yeah. Sorry.
Rest in peace, Nip.
Rest in peace,
I
Nip.
just feel
He's
like
getting on the Walk
there's-
of Fame.
I just feel like there's no reason to like
Rest in peace,
hate
Kobe.
people for changing their genre or like changing their style but I feel like a lot of people are like that because they're so used to a certain sound, a certain style. Like when you see this person, you expect what you've always heard.
Yeah.
So
Right.
once they change it, it's kind of like, well, I don't like that.
It's because
But
people
I
don't know
feel
what they like.
So I find
got
I
to
kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like following an artist's journey. Mainly so with DJs because I like to see them grow from where they
Start
started,
off DJ.
from where they started, and like just putting together sounds and different songs to where they actually make their own song and it actually sounds good with the transition. Do you know what I mean? So like just to see an artist grow, doing different things, trying out different stuff to see how the audience reacts to it. I also feel like there should be some type of growth in your music. Does that make sense?
I actually
Not
have a
only
good-
that, you
Yeah.
you notice the artist being more happy with themselves because they've actually found a style or
Something
they
they
found
enjoy.
themselves.
Yeah.
Something that they truly enjoy. Because most of the time, a lot of artists just start out pleasing the crowd, pleasing
Yeah.
the fans. They don't really do anything to please themselves. So when they do change their style, it's like them finding like MGK. I
Exactly.
respect him
I
so
feel-
much for that.
Hey, you know-
like
you know
I
what's
love
crazy?
his old stuff, but I also love seeing him grow and find this
You
new
guys want to
style.
know something? All right, so me and my girl, we went to Science Center, and I'm an asshole for this. Like, I should have just took a picture with him and Megan Fox, but we were at Science Center and we were right there and just chilling and fucking. We took our daughter like just to go to Science Center, and it was her first time at Science Center. MGK and Megan Fox was right there, like right next to us.
Damn.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
and then
cool.
like I didn't recognize him for shit.
Yeah.
I was locking eyes with her, and I was locking eyes with like he was low key kind of just like being like, "Fuck, don't talk to me."
Yeah.
Like, but he was cool though. Like if he would have asked for a picture, he would have said yeah.
Yeah.
But-
I don't like.
But I felt like I was bothering.
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't want to do that.
I was
Yeah,
just being
but-
myself because it was Maddie's first time there, so I wasn't focused on them. I was focused on my daughter.
I feel
know,
like
I have
that's
my
how
own
it
life.
should be,
we should
though.
leave him
for-
alone.
Yeah.
We should leave him
Exactly.
alone. Like
And like I told my girl, like she wanted a picture, and they pulled off in the Range Rover, like all humble and shit. Like, bro, MGK, I fuck with MGK.
Yeah.
Mind of a Stoner, like, was one of my favorite
Yeah.
songs that this did.
Yeah, I love
sounds really
MGK.
dope.
Yeah, MGK 's
Everyone.
dope. I like his new music. better
I'm
than
like,
the
you
old.
didn't even like him. What are you talking
No,
about?
I
All
said
of
I
us
like.
like-
All of us like- all of us like-
I said I liked his new music. I don't fuck with his old music.
I like him, but okay, it's not that I just like him for his music. I like him, like I like what he has to
Like-
say. I like his personality. I like who he is as a person. Like you can just tell
He's
he
crazy.
really is kind of.
know-
Yeah, he's crazy. He has.
You know what I
mental
got from that
issues.
documentary?
He has
That
mental issues, but he's real about it.
yeah.
He's not trying to hide it.
He's
He's not
not-
fake about it.
he smashed a champagne bottle on his head. Just
Yeah,
for
he's
the heck of it.
crazy.
crazy.
He's psycho.
And then when
White
like
boy
Megan,
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry guys, I'm so sweaty right now.
I'll break some guitars.
See me, I'm all like,
I just feel like he has a lot of mental issues, and he
Hey,
but he
anybody got
acknowledges it.
A lighter or
doesn't try to
something
hide
to
it.
open this bottle?
So I respect him.
that's
for that.
wild. That's so crazy because, oh, that feels so good.
Oh yeah.
Brian just put on the air. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I'm almost sweaty. Like,
Yeah.
So, how do you feel like your relationship inspires your music? I heard Grapes ask you this question
I
earlier.
was about to call you out. Yeah, how does your relationship affect your music? Do the fights make you want to write about like some fucky shit?
Nah, it makes me want to write about some why are we arguing shit? Like, nah, for real. Like, can we not?
Can we not?
No, but I'm still like, she's evil and I'm evil too.
I was about to ask. Is it really all her?
I love you, baby.
Is it really all her? Or do you have your faults?
Nah, I'm a fucking asshole, dog. Like, I'm.
why?
Because men can't help
You know,
it.
because I feel like I get so hurt. Because, like, sometimes, like, she'll bring in my daughter and I'll
pain.
never do that. But, like, I still love her either way. And, like, right now she's not getting along with my mom and my dad. So, like, I'll fight with my parents for her. But, like, her parents want me to go over their house. but her older sister still lives with them in the back, and that's the reason why I can't go. And that's my daughter's godmother.
So why can't you go? If you don't mind
Because
asking?
she doesn't get along with me. Like, she always acting dumb.
So you guys are both not getting along with each other's families. So but she compromises with your family, no?
No. She doesn't, like, and she still tries to be on that little kid shit. Like, I'll put my pride to the side, like, still to talk to her parents, even though they talk shit about me.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Damn.
What do you think you could do better to change?
Make a hit song. No.
Yeah, you'll change everything with that, bro.
Nah, but I feel like just being more positive, like, just ignoring the bullshit. Going on fucking hikes, going out with nature, like taking my daughter out places that I never been as a kid, and I want her to experience all this shit because, like, I love my parents, but they really didn't take it. Like, they took us places, but, like, not a lot. Like, they'll give them money for us, and we'll go with my tia Susie or, like.
I feel like with your guys' family situation is you have to remember that if you guys want to be together and you guys want to make it work, you guys have your own family now. And you got to put that first. I know family can get in the way of things or, feel a certain type of way about things, but you got to remember that you guys are the parents. You guys are the ones that are together.
Yeah.
You guys are starting your own foundation. It doesn't matter what anyone else says.
That's why I be on some fuck the world shit with her. Like, even, like, no matter what the fuck I do, like, even though no matter what she do, if she's with another guy or whatever, like, that don't mean shit because, like, I don't control her as a person, like, I don't own her.
Right.
She's her own adult. Whatever decision she wants to make, she can make. Of course, I'm gonna be hurt, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's life.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I just looked over, and usually we keep this counter clear, but I'm so glad that that's their background.
Yeah.
Oh, the tree.
Hey, shout out Taylor Gang. That's my biggest inspiration, though, man. For real.
I want to ask
Ricky P.
What is there
Chevy.
something that you want to pass down to your children that you experience that you really cherish?
I want to pass down a business to them. Yeah. But besides that,
But something that you've experienced. Like, say people always say, I want to give my kids something I've never had. Well, is there something you've had that you do want to pass down?
I want to pass down the experience of going mud trucking and, like, riding dirt bikes and shit. Like, or just, like, starting my daughter off to drive at a young age because I started off G-riding.
So
That's how I learned how to drive. Like, my parents didn't teach me how to drive. I was stealing cars in the streets, fucking selling drugs.
So more so being there for your daughter and being a figure in her life where you can actually be a mentor instead of just being like she has it on her own, basically.
Exactly. And because my parents kind of guided me, but, like, really I had no guidance. Like, that's how I relate to Y3's song too with Kid Gotti. Like, shout out to my nigga Kid Gotti and Y3. Like, they did their shit. And Jamal, like, for real. But, like, it's crazy. Look, I went on a high-speed pursuit, and I had the fucking cops pull a shotgun to my back. Almost fucking killed me. And I was young as fuck. I went to LP. That was before, actually. I had just got off probation, and then, like, this shit happened with my girl, and then I got on probation again. And, like, right now, I'm not even, like, doing my classes and shit, so, like, they're giving me chances and chances. Keep slapping on the wrist, but, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't need these classes,
Yeah, but if it's gonna help your life to be better, I feel like you should do it.
It does, but I feel like, man, like, they should at least give her something too, like, because she doesn't have any guidance in counseling or, like, help either. So, like, because her parents are old school. Like, her parents are just like my parents. They're fucking stubborn as fuck.
Yeah, I think you just need to worry about yourself, though.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. Even though she gets mad, that's exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah, because you can't handle what anybody else anybody else handles her. You know what I mean? You got to handle yourself. And if they're giving you classes, not to be your boss.
And I know my baby girl gonna love me either way.
Yeah.
She knows her daddy love her.
Right, and then that way you can be there for her life. You know what I mean? That way, if anything happens, you already did your shit. You got your shit knocked out.
My little brother Christian is a hero. He saved 5 people. He's a donor. His heart is beating in somebody right now as we speak. And his name is on the Tree of Life in the USC hospital. Like, if you ever want to go check it out. But, like, it trips me out. So, like, I'll go on these run walks, too. Like, I want her to experience that. Like, go on these run walks. And, like, there's a lot of fun stuff there. Like, it's a lot of people that lost, people that help, like, that are still living in other people.
So more so giving her a life that you never had.
Exactly.
Is what you want for her.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because
really
like
good.
I love my fucking parents to death. Like I wouldn't try to say this to make them feel bad. I just this is what it is. It's the facts. This is my fucking life. Story of my life.
Bro, you're such a dope ass artist. And
Thank you.
A real dope person. Like every time I'm around you, it's just I love how genuine you come off, and you really do inspire other people that have a hard time getting out of their shell because you make it look so easy. You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, you get awkward.
Yeah,
And you don't give a fuck. You're just
But
like
he owns it. He owns the awkwardness.
so it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? This is off subject, but like one night, I was fucking. This was rainy. This was on 60th, and I was like, kind of in an argument with my dad, and I just left the house. I went walking to the bus stop, and a fucking lightning bolt strikes right next to me, like almost fucking hits me.
You've been.
You've almost died like 10 times. Are you a kitten? Are you a cat?
That's what
I don't. I'm
saying.
just.
He has
So
9 lives and
that's,
shit.
That's what I'm telling you. Like all these.
Those are your signs.
Yeah.
I'm a survivor, like for real.
Yeah,
like,
So
bro.
use that shit.
God,
You know what I
exactly,
mean?
like,
use
God
that shit.
gave me a
You're
life for a reason.
fucking impeccable. You know what I mean? Like you cannot die. You're immortal, right? at
Yeah.
this point.
24 years old, and my birthday
He's gonna
is
be
May
like your
13th.
dad.
Like they say that May 13, that 13 is the cursed number, or whatever. Woo! No, wait, yeah,
Yeah. It is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
that's my.
We
birthday.
agree with you.
Damn, and it's his birthday.
That's why that makes total
May
sense.
13th.
Oh my gosh.
It's fucking crazy.
You're a Gemini?
He's a
No, I'm a
Taurus.
Taurus.
Taurus?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have like the 3 dots on my face. Like that's like the reason. Is just like for real, I have a crazy life, but like I just try to be so positive about it because being negative, it's not gonna take you nowhere.
No.
It's not.
So let's change the subject a bit.
Let's
Let's
get it. Let's
talk
get
about
it.
some positive shit. So
Exactly.
you're signed to You Ain't Us Records, right?
Yeah, you ain't us.
You Ain't
You
Us.
ain't you shit.
I want to know, how did you meet Jamal?
Man, Jamal.
Hold up, before Jamal he's the CEO of You Ain't Us Records. It's a label here in Los Angeles, and he signed BMO recently, and they've been knowing each other for a while. How'd you guys meet?
So look, I actually had New Moolah Entertainment that I was like trying to push, and I was gonna get my ASCAP or BMI for that, and I was gonna start my own record label. I was like, fuck it, like it's just me by myself, you know, it was me and Smokes, and Adam, and like just a couple homies I knew that play guitar and whatever. Like, I really had this dream and vision, so I approached Jamal with that, and he's like, oh yeah, girl, You Ain't Us, like this is us, so. We will party together, and like besides the partying, like Jamal would really look out for me, like bro, like make sure like we had place to crash, we were safe, like bro had food.
Not
like,
only that, I feel like Jamal has eyes in the back of his head and shit. He be seeing everything.
yeah, he's
Without
a
even looking, he's like
fucking wise ass person.
he's crazy.
Yeah, he always
He always
comments
trips
something.
me out, and I'm like, "How did
And
you
he smirks
see
when he
that?"
tells us.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm watching.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, "Damn, you can't get away with."
And he's
nothing
always
with
rolling
it.
a blunt when he's saying it.
Yeah,
He's like,
I'm watching.
Or this phone.
He's funny. I've always noticed that about him, though. I'm like, damn, you really see everything.
Yeah, I was DJing like most of the functions. Shout out to my nigga DJ Nato.
You wanted to get that off for a while.
All of the MVDs, man, those are the niggas who taught me how to DJ.
Yeah, remember that one kickback we had at Max?
Yeah, DJ Mac too. Shout out my nigga DJ Mac. Man.
Yo, DJ Mac gets so
I
fucked
apologize
up,
to you, man. Like dead ass, bro. Like if you're watching this shit, like, but for real, man.
Sorry.
I fucked this nigga's car up, bro. Like his stick shift Eclipse.
When?
It was a while back. We were like going to.
I can imagine how pissed
I
off
crashed
he
one of
was.
his cars. Like I fucked up his clutch. Like
Damn.
I feel bad. Like
DJ Mac.
that's why if I ever blow up, like I'm gonna buy this nigga a nice ass car and then make sure he's straight too.
Damn, and
like,
it was an eclipse, too. That sucks.
I know.
Sorry, DJ Mac.
No, but he taught me how to DJ too. Like it's crazy. I was a high school dropout and ended up DJing. Nato gave us the gig and it was at my high school fucking prom.
That's cool.
Damn, you should. Can you imagine him? You used to have like skater hair, no?
Yeah.
This nigga has
said
long
yeah.
hair. You look like a skater kid everywhere we went.
I be listening to like Escape the Fate. That's how I started listening to like, and then I would listen to System of a Down, like heavy fucking emo bands, like
Yo, we used to kick it
yeah.
on the weekends, man. I used to have to drop them off home.
good times. When you had the Altima, huh?
Yeah.
The coupe, that shit smashed.
We used to record all the time on the weekends at the apartment. Jamal would come through. I remember hella people came through one time. My kitchen was full, living room was full. The manager of the
Nato
complex
was
lived
watching
right
the
upstairs.
Playboy.
He would complain all the time, bro.
And then
I can only imagine how annoyed your
When we
brother
were
was.
leaving, when we left
bathroom.
those apartments,
He's sick of this shit.
the manager. What?
What?
Oh,
That
yeah.
video is funny as fuck.
Nato was in the restroom, and these fools just fucking open the door and sneak up on him, and he has a magazine like. I don't know what type of magazine it must have been a
Playboy.
Playboy. Yeah, I used to have a shitload of Playboys just in the restroom.
Looking at him.
Why? Just because?
Yeah, I just want to.
I got a free subscription, so I was just collecting them.
Oh.
I forgot where
How'd
I
you
got
get a
this thing.
free subscription?
I don't know, but I was getting them for free.
Usually you have to pay for that shit. Like, what
No,
the fuck?
sometimes they give you a whole year try or
Did you
whatever.
You're like, want to try it for a year?
Yeah, I want to try it for a year.
I never had Playboys. And they weren't. I mean, they were cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nothing special.
It's 1 a.m.
Damn, it's 1 in the morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
But I really want to talk more about your past.
Yeah, but
But we're running out of time.
exactly.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 on this shit because we didn't even get to the music part. Like we kind of kept it.
Okay, you
Wow.
got 10 more minutes. Hurry up.
So what's your next project?
My next project is B Tape 2, Skatopia 2. Then I got B Tape 1, and then B Tape Trilogy is gonna be like
Are all these gonna be like motherfucking mixtapes or actual albums?
those are gonna be mixtapes. Like it's gonna be mixed with
So
like
SoundCloud
EP.
only.
That and YouTube. I want to get Spotify, Pandora if I can. Like I'm gonna do original shit mixed with mixtape shit, just because like just for the love of the music. And I want to have a bunch of music as well, like just for the fans to listen to. Like, damn, this is the shit he made before he blew up. You know, there's a lot of shit that I listen to by Wiz Khalifa and Currency and like all like mixtapes. Like, you know, this is music that are non-profitable, but later on, like, they end up getting noticed, so the people, like, want to fuck with them. And that's when the advertisements come in and, like, you know, a lot of people start playing it more, even though it's a mixtape. That nigga Drake said, drop a mixtape. Shit sounded like an album. The Skatopia.
Yo, so let's say if Capitol Records came at you with a deal, but they told you you couldn't be signed with nobody else, would you take it? You wouldn't be able to be signed to you.
We fucked up.
What do you mean?
I ain't fucking with no 360 deal, and I ain't fucking with anybody unless it's
No,
you ain't
let's
us.
say it's a good deal.
Fuck that. I'm gonna be with my niggas from the ground up. Look, even if Tater Gang or TDE or like them sign me and say to leave Uranus, I'm not gonna do it.
But
But
what
I
if-
will collab with them.
But what if you could connect everybody at You Ain't Us with the connections you're gonna get through the label?
Then yes, that would be smart. But I have to have somebody to read the fine print and like.
Oh yeah, don't get a 360 deal or like a shitty deal that's long term.
Yeah, of course. Like I want to do something to make sure that all everybody else is straight too. Like the main thing is like I really want to make sure that my daughter is straight, and like I plan to have like 2 or 3 more kids. I want to have a boy. Like I hope I'll be cursed with girls, but
Fucking so what's your favorite song to perform?
right now, man, I would say for you.
For you?
Well, no, Moving Mountains.
Moving Mountains. Do you practice at home?
Nah, I don't practice. I just listen to my music and I just vibe sing it everywhere.
So, what's your favorite song by Grapes? He said you're a big fan of him.
He said
Sunflower.
that. I just quoted him.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. He said that.
Sunflower.
Why?
It just like I could relate so much to that shit.
Hella
And
dudes
also
relate to that shit.
stuck with you.
Oh, yeah.
Stuck with
that's a
you?
good one.
Yeah, that one's all right. Like, no, you know, I said
He was like, that one's whatever.
no, you know, I really like that because it's in Spanish and English, and
So
I
it's
just-
Lydia.
I just feel like that will hurt my girl's feelings a lot. That song,
Which one? Stuck with you?
yeah, stuck with you.
Oh,
I feel like,
it's like a bittersweet.
yeah, it's a
It,
bittersweet.
it is.
Because I just
like
want
I
to.
feel like a girl could take it the wrong way, though. If you
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But it's
Yeah.
not meant that way. If you knew the story behind it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good one, though.
But-
It's all right.
Last time he was quoting Black Velvet
Oh,
at
yeah.
the shoot.
Yeah. I remember that.
That shit is hard as fuck too. Like when I first heard it, I was like, "Damn, this is some like Red Dead Redemption shit."
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, for real. Like I'm on some cowboy shit. I'm riding a horse, and it's like with my whiskey. I got my whiskey and my bourbon.
That was the vibe
I got my peacemaker right here. Like I'm trying to get me one of those, low key.
He was inspired.
Yeah.
For real.
So Tupac or Biggie?
Come on, man. Tupac.
Why?
Because he's a poet and he inspired the women movement and he was really a part of that. Hey, shout out to all the women though, because
Oh, yeah.
look, a lot of people doubted women. There was a lot of rights that they had to grind to get to the point to where they at right now. You got women that are working on jets and fucking helicopters, and you got women that are like architectures and like really people that are important to this world and that are women. And most people like are not ready for like woman president or like woman mayor or like shit like that, but like I feel like it's really important. It is. They came a long way, and why not give them a shot?
So do you do like your research on music, or like do you look into the entertainment business, and do you do your research? Are you prepared for?
Yeah. Are you looking for the knowledge out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so well sometimes, but like mainly I'm just listening to it, and I'm just like I'm just heavy into it just because I relate to it.
What's your biggest setback? Because you got hella talent. You got a lot of music. I feel like you could advance so much more. What do you think's holding you back?
My toxic relationship, like just with my,
Damn, he just laid that shit out.
no, for real though. Like I love you, baby.
said.
You better hope she doesn't listen to this.
Nah, but she ain't. Nah.
I hope not,
Fuck
because
that
you're gonna
nigga.
be in the doghouse. You got 3 weeks, bro.
Nah, but I feel like yeah, because she wants me like of course I spend a lot of time with my daughter, but she wants to go have her fun, and go party and shit. Like when I don't want to party. it seems like I'm partying and having a good time because like
All this stuff you do. Yeah.
I'm making it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm creating it. I would really like to collab with Bad Bunny though. At first, I didn't like his music because it was just so annoying, like Drake.
Yeah.
But then, like, you have no choice but to like it.
Bad Bunny's, he's a goat.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope.
Any last questions?
That's a light skin nigga shit.
I had one more, but I forgot it. Nope.
Any questions you have for us, Moo?
Yeah. We never had the guest.
Do you like toast? No, sir.
So you guys,
That's not the
on,
question, but
on our break, I found one follower that would buy my feet.
client, guys.
We won't drop any names.
He said they were looking good, so
my bad.
Johnny said
watch
he'll
out
buy her.
for my
With
feet online.
her
I
one
named a
crooked
false
toe.
Oh my god! The second I showed these guys, I told
That shit
Sam.
was-
I told Sam, I was
Crusty
like,
as fuck.
"What?
We never-
What the fuck? Oh hell no!" So every time I'm on here,
I just
every
clicked
time
my
I'm on
tongue
here, oh my
off.
god!
Just put some cream in
They
there.
look like they're throwing gang signs.
Damn. That's the last time. That's the last time. Every time I put my fucking business out there, you guys are like, yeah, your crusty ass feet. My feet are not even that fucking crusty. What the fuck?
I know. We're just
Oh my
giving
gosh.
you shit. Because you get so offended.
Yeah. Because you know why? Is because when I was growing up, I had uncles.
They made fun of your feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, some crusty ass feet. That's why.
Even from like sixth grade, my cousins, my uncles would be like, "Damn, you got some big ass feet." And my uncles would like put their feet in my shoes.
Kunkles?
My uncles would put their fucking feet in my fucking shoes and be like, "Damn, they fit my feet." Like it was a big insecurity for me. You know what I mean? So like,
Your feet aren't that ugly. They're not ugly.
aren't that ugly. Damn.
Yeah, this shit is heading home.
Yeah.
See it in her face. She's like,
Hey, you got your first client today.
Brian
you should be
said that he was gonna
happy.
hook it up. You know what I mean? He said,
Yeah, no, her
right, look.
feet are gonna be looking good.
So-
Feet finder, help a bitch out.
The question was, out of a 10, have you heard Skatopia?
I have.
No, sorry.
All right, listen to me. Listen to it and rate it out of a 1 to a 10.
Okay.
I
What's
can
your
rate it right
question,
now.
though?
That was the question. A rate out of 1
I'm
or,
gonna be honest with you, bro.
or just my music.
Just the music, not the quality.
Yeah.
All right, it's at like a 3 or a 4. The quality needs to be much better, and I'm gonna be real with you.
No, I understand.
Because there's a lot of talent within the song that you've created, but it's not communicating to the listener because they're like, it's not bumping, it's not slapping. The
I, know,
vocals
I
don't sound
can't
that
hear
good.
it. Yeah.
So it's like,
All distorted and shit.
Well, the
Yeah.
talent's there. The quality needs to be there.
yeah, I feel like you should really try to take advantage of Jamal's studio and just go in there, knock shit out, get that quality out. You know, because I know that's a big setback too. Just having a place to go record.
If you hear Beat Tape 3, Good Things Go Bad, Sin, I recorded that at the Hollywood studio before it burned down, and the quality on that was fucking great.
Yeah, you have. It's there. You like.
And
your
then,
music's good.
I recorded Skatopia off my phone in one day.
What's that one song that you made that I love, bro? That shit's a banger. Hold up. Let me pull it up. Keep talking.
Well, we gotta get going.
All right. We're going to end it off with this song. I'm going to play it in the fucking at the end. Anyways, any last words? What are your mentions? What's your at
Yes,
on
another
Instagram?
he's like, yeah, we gotta go, but I have 5 more questions.
Hold up, bro. He's got to give his socials.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Relax.
His social security.
BM03 UAU.
And you heard that here, folks.
It was nice
Yeah, you
having
can
you,
look me
Bima.
up on SoundCloud, BM03. Just type that in. And the first one right there, you'll see the UAU logo.
We gotta do a part 2.
Yeah, we do. You got a long story, and I want to hear it.
And part 3, BM03.
All right, well, anything else you guys want to say before we end this shit?
Yes.
Fuck Trump.
Sam will have her feet finder up here soon.
within the next few weeks.
And her feet aren't bad,
So
guys.
get your
They're not
lotion
Thank you for
ready.
Thank you for saying that.
They aren't
Look
ugly.
like this.
Is that how you fucking feel, Sam? Let's see your
Guys,
toes. Hey.
hey, all right. Thank you guys for listening. Hey, this is the Antisocial Podcast. Peace out, Sam.
Fuck you, Ish.
life percent in this dark bliss. Will you do